Alright, hey everybody, this is beau-hindman for massively.com. It's the 9th of December 2012. That makes it the holiday season, which is supposed to be happy and all that kind of stuff like that, but tonight is a very sad occasion because I'm streaming the very last hour of Glitch, and by last hour I mean the absolute last hour. The game is going to be turned off forever. Servers shut down here in approximately 1 hour. So I'm not real excited about streaming 2 weeks of closings in a row. I think it's last week. Was it the week before that? I did City of Heroes, which you can still watch, of course, that stream down in our more video section, the last of the City Heroes hour, which turned out to be a great stream for the sake of recording and all that kind of stuff like that. It was good to see so many people show up for stream. I think I had 500 or 600 people showing up live, and then we have thousands of views after, so it was nice to see that. But at the same time, it was unfortunate that the reason for actually gathering there. My butler just said goodbye to somebody. I didn't get to say goodbye to him, my cool little butler. So if you never played Glitch, or if you haven't played Glitch before, and you're just now kind of seeing what it is, what made it so special and why are people so upset at it's closing down? Well, there's several reasons. First of all, it's a browser-based game, so it's very accessible. It runs in Flash, which we could go into some of the reasons why Flash might have, even according to the developers, might have kind of hurt the game's release or whatever. But I liked, the fact that it just ran on almost everything. I had my netbook running it, which is great. I had a little touchscreen netbook that I could play it on. You actually can touch the screen. So the game was very, very accessible. And then other than that, you had the completely unusual and original lore, music, art style, everything. So I'm really happy that I'm going to be shutting down the last hour because I'll be able to get a recording. Now there'll be other recordings out there, of course, but massively needed to get a good recording of the last hour of such a great game. I honestly still can't really believe that it's going away. Now, when you have a game like City of Heroes, while I would never want any game to go away, that's a little more understandable, possibly because it is 8 years old. It had its run, but Glitch wasn't even, a year? I guess over than that with beta. I was in all the betas and stuff like that. But I remember when I first found out about it, I thought it was probably one of the greatest things ever. The first thing I saw was the trailer, which everybody by now had to have seen the trailer. The classic. I honestly didn't know what it was. And then when I first started to play it, the first thing I thought of, and I've said this before, was Juxtaposed magazine. If you don't know what that is, look up Juxtaposed magazine, which is a magazine that's underground art and stuff like that. And it has a very it's like more cartoony stuff, stylized stuff. It's underground stuff, so it's all over the map. So when I first saw Glitch, I was like, that looks like something that came from some crazy artist, and sure enough, it really did. The team supposedly was pretty a group of wackos, which is what you want when you're making a game like Glitch. Here we come. The gods are popping up. I think they're counting down the last hour. Cosma says, the sky, higher and higher, it calls to me and lifts me up. The meditation comes to the end, yet I do not fear the quack. Do not fear the quack, dear Glitchin. So they keep popping up, saying different things. Now, here's the thing I've always kind of misunderstood. You had the gods pop up, and then the god will actually talk to you as well. It just says God here, like the announcement. So I was debating with my wife the other day. I was saying, does that mean that there was another god above the 11 gods that created the Glitchin and the whole world? So I don't know. Anyway, I'm in my home street right now. If anybody wants to come hang out here for the last hour, a lot of people aren't really sure where to go, what to do. But anyway, if you want to come hang out here, you can just find me at my home street. Just go to my profile, Beau. That's me, B-E-A-U. As a matter of fact, I want to show off another reason that I thought Glitch was so great is because it not only played in the browser, but it kept the experience very much browser-like. And what I mean by that is when you go to your profile or something like this, it would open a brand new tab. So it was very much like you were just kind of, it was kind of embedded in your browser. It was part of your browser. And at this point in gamers' lives and experiences, you know, the browser is, I mean, we're so used to it, you know. So everything pops up in a new tab. And I loved it, loved it, loved it. Now this, of course, has gone, the profile page, I'm getting screenshots of all this stuff. The profile page has gone under a lot. Ooh, can you save that image? I did not know that. Awesome. Can you? I didn't know I could save that picture of my glitch in. If that's the case, I'm going to put that on my desktop. But the profile has gotten better and better. They recently added, or not real recently, but you could do snaps. And the cool thing about snaps is that you could, the snaps actually will show you who's included in the snap. So like click on that one, and it'll actually show you every glitch that was in that snapshot. It just knows, you know, because that's how they coded it. Isn't that fantastic? That was a party right there as a feat that I recently wrote about, where basically you had to find people's, what was it? You had to find people's tombstones or whatever, and then you paid some, I can't remember what it was, but it was a recent swath of these feats that went on. And I wrote an article about the feats saying, you know, does this, are they endless grind or are they wonderful content? I came out to the conclusion that they were whatever you made of them. To a higher level player, they might have seemed a little bit like a grind, but to a person who's been, I've known a lot of people who have played this game like, you know, a lot, and I mean several hours a night. And to those people who don't really understand what glitch is about, that might seem hard to kind of understand how you could play a game like Glitch for several hours a night. But it really is not, it really and truly is not that hard. So you had your profile, your achievements, I mean, the skills. I never even got to finish all the skills, which is unfortunate. Oh, I've learned all the skills. I guess I had these 3 left, which I just didn't have the achievements for, so that's a shame. And then you had your wardrobe, which this is another reason I think Glitch did really well, is it just had tons and tons and tons of, I mean, look at that, just crazy masks and ways to upgrade. That's awesome. I didn't even notice this stuff. Oh, and here's the pig thingies. And you could actually test the how the costume pieces would look by hitting test, and it'd show you in different positions. These new items where it looks like you were riding around on them, really cool. There's a train. So these are all, in fact, we could look through. Those are all new stuff. Wow. It's been a while since I looked through that stuff. But this is all going to go away. How unfortunate. See, they added a whole steampunk kind of thing. That's so cool. I mean, the design is just fantastic. It really is. We were talking about it again. Me and my wife often talk about this design and stuff like that. And, you know, other gamers out there, you probably know what I'm talking about, especially readers are massively. Basically, you have, you have, when you come across a game, you have a lot of, nowadays, you're going to have a lot of kind of designs that you've seen before in MMOs. So when a game like Glitch comes along, it's like, okay, if I was to make a game, you kind of come to this realization that basically you can make anything you want. So why wouldn't you want to make something completely unique? Yes, actually, chat room, the live stream is happening right now. Somebody just joined that live stream asking if it's happening, so they must be loading still. Glitch is one of the few games I've come across to where you knew that the developers actually took that to heart, saying, you know what, we can make anything we want, so what are we going to make? Okay, we're going to create this world. Okay, hey, how did you get on top of my house? Oh, wow, I didn't even know we could climb to the top of the house. I had no idea. Darn it. I had no idea. Darn it. I had no idea. But anyway, so it's like, you know, if it's rare to come across an MMO that where the developers literally said, hey, we can make anything we want, so what do we want to make? They came up with completely unique lore, a completely unique setting, art style, which is a blend of different things, but it all blends together well. Even the UI and everything really works in a unique way. They've changed it over the last year, whatever it's been, or 8 months. I can't even remember. It's gone under some changes, but it really ends up working out nice. Now there were problems with the UI as far as like organization stuff like that, but as it developed, as they added a search bar. As it really went on, you notice that they were really thinking about how all of it should work. So, almost everything from the maps. I'll show you the map a little bit. This is the world map to the areas, to how you actually. Because I've actually seen people say, "Hey, Glitch wasn't an MMO; it was like an instance." That blows my mind, because Glitch is so much an MMO in so many ways. It's so persistent. You can actually go to a street here, drop stuff, and go to another street, and a year later that stuff can still be there. It's very persistent, so it definitely was. You had these instance particular street, but that was more like a zone, not a. It's like a an EverQuest zone, not an instanced world where you can't interact with people. So just like my street right now, this is my actual home street. People can come here and just hang out all they want. But when I go into my actual home, that's instanced, and that needs an invite, just like a house would be. But the actual streets are open. But then after the UI, you had your wardrobe. I wanted to go just keep showing some of the why I think the browser choices worked really, really well. Then you had your wardrobe. You had your vanity, which was your loops. It was erroring. I can't even say that. Somebody in the chat room says the devs put neat little details into everything they touched, like being able to climb on top of your house, all the way to the different colored flowers, mourning and celebrating grave. Doesn't it just boggle you? It does boggle me, because I don't really, and I play a ton of MMOs. Anybody who knows me, no, look at that one. Anybody who knows me knows, that's kind of my shtick. I just try to play a little bit of everything if I can, and so it's for me to come across, an MMO that is completely unique like that it's pretty rare. So it is very, very mind-boggling. It's unfortunate. Now there's been rumors, and some people have said, open, they're going to put it on some market somewhere, and we're going to be able to, somebody can take it over if they want. Blah blah blah. I have no idea, what the story is with the game after. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there was. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there was some way that they could do that. Who knows? So I'm looking at the customization right now, which is really funny. What's great about the customization, and I talked about this in a couple of my articles, I mentioned it a few times, your characters were completely androgynous, so there was you didn't know the sex of your character. And what I really liked about that is that you as a player could experiment with gender if you wanted. You could have no gender. You could say whatever you want. You could do whatever you want, which again is pretty rare in MMOs. Second Life, there's a couple other ones, so I don't know that it would ever. I've ever seen a game do anything like that. But so the gender neutral kind of aspect of it was really important. I think in a lot of ways, just it was more modern. It's more forward thinking, and it left people to be able to do whatever the heck they want, which is really important. That's what a sandbox is, and Glitch was, of course, a sandbox in every sense of the word. So sorry about that, I dropped some. But yeah, let's see. Comments from the chat room. There'll never be another Glitch. I played Final Fantasy. Wow, you owe a whole bunch of MMOs, they say, and all the big ones, and yet I still kept my sub to Glitch the past year because it was just so fun. I agree, Odorico chat room there. Here's another option that I wanted to point out. By the way, I'm just kind of coming back. If I'm AFK in game there, you'll see why. It's because I'm kind of coming and going. I'm showing off the skills now a little bit. One other thing that made it really, really, really unique. The skills were time-based, so if you wanted to learn a skill like this, you could actually click on it, and let's say it would take you 4 days and 3 hours and 6 minutes, 12 seconds, just like I gotta keep an eye out for the Giants. I think I hear something from the Giants pop up, so I'll make sure to do that. Just like in EVE Online, you have offline skill training, which is becoming more popular. I've seen quite a few. I've seen quite a few offline skill training games now. That of course you have EVE, you have Glitch now. You had darn it, why am I? Algonon had offline skill training. There's quite a few that actually had some optional thing like that. I think Fallen Earth was Fallen Earth time based. I can't remember. Um, so it became a way for people to learn skills without just grinding. Um, so the skill making alone was really, really cool. People got into all that. I mean, I eventually learned all that I could. These were ones that I couldn't get because of an achievement. Potion making, I think. Oh, actually, I could learn that one if I would have just had it. Goodness. Oh, somebody gave me something. Thanks. Thanks. But you have, you could just basically pop in here and learn a skill if you're AFK for a long time. You could really, grow your character even if you weren't active. So that, I think, was another really kind of key thing to it. It blended that. You had this game that, a child could probably play and enjoy themselves, and, a 12-year-old could say, oh, fun, collect piggies or something. And then, and this really, you really had this really hardcore aspect to the game as well. Okay, so that's like your skills. Here's your friends list. My friends list is huge. Let's see. Does it say? I have 60 friends online. That's good to see. And then they eventually let you organize them alphabetically. I don't know how many friends I got total, but I have quite a bit. I forget. You had a total of 2,000, and I was like, wow, 2,000. Who's having 2,000 friends? But I know some people that have 2,000 friends probably. So I think it was 2,000. So you can see all mine. Quite a few there. I mean, and just look as you click on them. You can just look at the depth of the character creation. Like I was saying, how androgynous it is and how kind of blank it is. Well, then you eventually were able to to make completely unique characters, as you can see. I mean, there's one character here's Board No More. Of course, everybody knows Board. Completely different. Oh, actually, she's riding the same mount. There's Brash. Look at that. Funny. Isn't that funny? I mean, look at all the different shapes and changes and all that stuff like that. Very, very, very cool. So that one actually looks really funny. That one actually looks like somebody I know. It's funny. I mean, just little changes like that. You can just change a hair, put on some ears or something, and all of a sudden you have a completely different looking character. So then you had your friends list. You have your snaps, which you added, like I said, recently. This was a really neat thing where I didn't take a bunch of snaps. I should have taken more, but I did have live streams of it, of course, which I can show Draron. Let's see, friends. Draron says, show Draron. I bet you can. Now, when you say that, Draron, though, it's going to be a little bit scary. Am I not on your feed? You're not there yet. Oh, yes. This is another funny thing. This is a censorship bar they sell in the shop. I'll show you real quick. Some people haven't ever seen that. And people checking it out, stuff like that. Let's see, where was that? Where's that at? Pants? Maybe? But it's just a big censorship bar. So you buy it. They have one that does your top and everything. And where is that? Skirts and dresses? Okay. It's in skirts and dresses, really? It's kind of, you think it'd just be in, well, I guess it could be in either or. Let's try dresses. No. It's got to be in some pants or something, right? It's only, like, quote-unquote bottoms. What's funny is as I'm watching these people load into my street, I'm thinking, oh, cool. I'll get some good, tomorrow I'll get some good imagination. If you played Second Life before, if you remember back in the day, you used to have camping. People would camp on your land, and the more popular roads, you get kind of credit for it. Well, you have that in Glitch, to where you'll say, who visited? I'll tell you who visited, blah, blah, blah. He's going to IM me over here, the list, because it's too big. But you get, the next day, it'll say, hey, talk to your rock over here, your friendly rock. And they'll actually give you imagination for all the visitors have had. So I'm sitting there saying, oh, cool. I have, oh, wow, if you hit hello, it says goodbye automatically. Look at that, number 5. What was I saying? Oh, and then so the next day you'll check in and it'll say, oh, you had a bunch of you have a bunch of friends over, so you get a bunch of imagination, and then I'm thinking, oh, cool, I'll log in tomorrow, and but of course there will be no logging tomorrow. Here's a 12-sided dice. The bars are in the top left menu after clicking dresses. So dresses, top. The bars are in that top left menu after clicking dresses. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I clicked top. Oh, here we go. I got them right here. I already have some. That's what I was doing wrong. So you can actually take the censorship bar here and be naked. See that? Or you can do just the boy one or whatever. I always, when I first saw somebody have that on in the game, I don't know. I guess I noticed I never noticed it in the shops or whatever. And I remember thinking, oh well, the game, people can just take their clothes off, and so as a joke or as kind of to be smart, Alec, the game automatically puts the game automatically puts a little censor bar over your stuff. So what was I saying here? Let's go back here to the thing. Return to site. Another reason the game is so wonderful, the design of your character, you're just dressing up. So even like right now, as though I have a male, I guess you'd say a male character. In my mind, he's a male character because it's me. You could put on a dress and dress more feminine if you think that's a way of showing, so you could switch things up all the time. And people did a lot in Glitch, so I really like that aspect of it. Or you had these crazy masks that, which are hilarious. Let's see. Let's save and check out. Let me put that on real quick. Oh, go back. Where is that on? I want to put the mask on. Where did it go? Hat? I want to see if I have that mask, because it's just that ridiculous. Alright. Return to site. Ah, well, that's alright. Yeah, the whole point of Glitch was to lure you guys to my yard, you guys and girls to my yard, so then you can just hang out. So we can continue to play Glitch, but you can only play in my backyard, which is kind of a boring backyard. Okay, what else was I looking at? You had your snaps. You have your credits. This was an interesting portion of the game. People said, "Well, why is there a subscription and all that kind of good stuff like that?" Oh, the subscription was great. It was cheap enough to where you could do different. It was just an optional thing. So you had absolutely no problems. Oh, look at my subscription expires in 4 days. Renew now. I don't think I'm going to renew now. You'd think they would take that away, but they had a thing with voting that was supposed to go in. I don't think voting ever went in, except in beta, if I remember correctly. You were able to vote on. Oh, I got some random acts of kindness. You were able to vote on, I think, on random things. I can't remember what it was. Perhaps acts of kindness. It was really funny. A lot of people last week were just hanging out, and I was giving away. There goes my mask. And I was giving away. Look at that. That is the ugliest mask I've ever seen. It's a caterpillar body. Oh, I want to play with a keyboard. I was giving away these masks, and people were just like, I mean, not these masks, these items, for credits. People were like, I need this and I need that. They were really still wanting to, get stuff. And I told people, I said, oops, contemplate. Yay! Dual braces. I told people, if you're going to use your special items that are in your inventory, you just need to do it now. And honestly, I think people were still, and I've seen this happen in games before. I've even been this. High five. Oh no! This is another weird thing that happens often in Glitch. As you'll have just random things like this. Let me head back home so I don't mess up. Now there's some different debates going on about what maybe hit the game. I thought the game was doing just fine. I got to get back to that wardrobe. I can't wear that. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. One of the things that I think might have kind of quote unquote hurt the game was, and we talked about this. Everybody knows this, was the fact that it went in and out of beta, or what people would call beta, I guess. A lot, and it kind of messed with people. People weren't quite sure what was going on. They were like, "Hey, what's happening? Should I go to the game? Should I blah blah blah? Should I spend money?" Again, though, oops. Yep, I got teleported. They weren't sure quite what was happening and stuff like that. I could completely understand that, because when you went to play, sometimes people weren't able to get in for a while, and it got this student full for live stream. Oh, are there people there? I think we'll move to Stoop's Shrine. I think we're going to go to Stoop's Shrine. Okay, wait. What we're doing is I'm going to be teleported to Stoop's Shrine, and these people can follow me. And what they do is, when they follow you, it'll actually just, wherever you teleport to, they'll basically follow you. Oops. And so when we're going to go to Stoop's Shrine, this player can teleport me, and what it'll do is it will actually, all these people will follow me. Another teleport. Oops, he's got to do it again. The chat was a really pretty innovative thing too. You just hit your tab key and you go between chats. Oh, hang on. Work there myself. So I gotta find it. Where is it at? See, he can only teleport when oh, darn it. Alright, let's see. Tower Street West. First, make your stream a mezzanine. Oh, that's a little complicated. Nah, that's alright. Got a bunch of people. We'll just hang here. Okay, get all these people following me. So sad. Glitch is going away. The game was absolutely preposterous, and yet we kind of liked it. Exactly. That's the absolute truth. Yeah, I don't know what that music was. Did you guys in the chat room you of course heard that music? Like they're all... Oh, Pumpkin L. Okay, let's see what that was. There we go. Oh. having any music at all. What happened to the music? Let's see. Let's see if I can do that again. Weird, my music just completely... hold on, let me see. I gotta refresh. Refreshing screen. You hear the music dropped out. Oh, no. I hope it doesn't... Oh, no. They're, like, frozen in place. Here, let me try this. The music's dead. No! I'd hate to see it start, like, just kind of messing up before the end. No, we've got sound still, and we've got the music, so hopefully it'll be... We'll see. John says in the chat room, I never got the sense it was out of beta and tried to play several times, but always got the screen telling me I would be told when I could. I agree completely. That was what I was talking about. Is you did have a lot of people. There were a lot of people who were kind of okay. One sec. Let's see if it'll let me actually. Forget it. It'll take so long. Let's just stay here. See, and the music is all wrong. Look, it doesn't match my street sound. Let's just change styles, I'll show you. Maybe that'll do it. It's almost Christmassy. Yes, this means you die in my yard. Okay, let me change it again, because I enjoyed that kind of... There we go. See, hear that music? It kind of sounds... Oh, it's a take on Michael Jackson. See, that's another thing. The sound design was just so good. Is so good still. Let's go back to this one. Just because the music's so nice. Oh, people are saying that stuff is kind of glitched in their game now. Not to, no pun intended. So it sounds like they're having an issue. So, Yeah, like, look, messages are taking a second to go through. Uh-oh. We're losing her. Messages are taking a while. She's losing it. Uh-oh, people's games keep crashing. This is a good thing though. See, I'm capturing oh, look at all that messages. I'm capturing the window. See, this is just a browser window. So what's cool, I always capture a window of my games whenever I stream. If something happens and something busts or breaks down or falters in the game, the stream doesn't stop. So that's always cool. Let's see if this works. I love that. Chat room says, I think this is what they were talking about, using Flash and hurting the future of the game. It can't support a lot of players in a healthy way. I agree in a lot of ways. Flash is really a strange. It really is kind of an odd beast. What's happening though is Adobe was talking about kind of doing away with it for mobile mainly. Now that doesn't mean they're going to get rid of it altogether. They're just going to kind of tweak it and morph it. So the Flash that we currently know is definitely going to go away. But it's not. Flash is still a very popular. There's some of the most popular games in the world use Flash. You still have the Farmvilles and the Zynga games, and even despite Zynga's problems, quote unquote problems they've had lately, which they have had some problems lately, they really still have massive numbers. So Flash is not necessarily, I think, that it's the worst choice in the world. I just think that for an MMO to have this scale, which is, if you think about it, it is a huge issue. Hey everyone, the Yourcast is now online. The phone lines remain open. People keep calling in. Okay, so this is a podcast I think people are doing. Let me see if I can turn on the music. Let's see here. See if they're playing. How do I do it? They just play it?
Hi, this is Fine. Several weeks ago, we got the most horrible news.
Wow, oh, this is the recording one. Are they doing it now live? Is there a live version? If it was live, I'd just play it during the stream. It'd be good. Yes, you are. Ooh. Oh, wait, it said Dead Sparrow left, but they're still here in my street. Oh, she's starting to fall apart in front of us. So, and see, notice my music stopped. Oh, no, actually, I turned the music down. That's pretty sad. I forgot that I turned it down. No, your Abby is not. It said you left. So people it said this person here left. But they're still able to talk and stuff. So Sign here is saying, this, I guess, Sign, are you the host? If you're watching the stream, are you the host of this? They have, look in the forums there. I'm not sure how much longer they'll leave the forums up, but they're Yourcast, I always say that wrong. That UR is the World of Glitch, so that is their podcast. It's on SoundCloud. So if you want to look for that, if you're watching this later, you can actually watch this in full screen and get that link. Type it in real quick. But that is basically a podcast, which is really nice. So that's actually live and going right now. Not live, I'm sorry, it's live and up right now, in case you want to listen to it. So there's Dead Sparrow. There you are. So people are leaving and getting bumped and all sorts of stuff. I hope it stays, but the forums will be up until the end of the world. Well, isn't that just after this? Isn't that just now? Like after this stream? Because see, this stream is actually we're going to play it until, great title for a forum, a sad title, but wait, you just won the game. That's what it says when you try to leave. End of the year. Okay, thanks, Kaluru. Appreciate it. So the forums will be there. Be right back, streaming some forum topics. So here on the forums, actually, this is another really, the forums I think were really, the soundtracks talking about. Let's see here. Oh, it's taking a minute. I bet they're being hit real hard right now, so forums are... Anyway, let's see if I can make it to one of these. The Art of Glitch is a hardcover book that they're trying to do with a Kickstarter. Basically, if you want to contribute... Oh my gosh, they had a $17,000 goal and they raised $63,000. And I was actually going to contribute, but I forgot. January 19th? Oh, cool, we still have a little while. So you can contribute to this. Basically what it is it's a... here, actually, you know what? I'm going to play the video. I'll turn my music down here. Let's just watch the video, because this I thought was really, really cool. She's showing the art book. So let's watch the little trailer. I haven't watched just the trailer, I don't think, yet. Let's see what it is.
Hi, my name is Brent, or Meowza, or Kukubi. Whatever my name is, I was the art director on this wonderful, whimsical online game called Glitch. In 2012, we were nominated for the GDC Online Award for Visual Art, but Star Wars beat us.
Yeah. Okay, I was there, by the way, when Star Wars beat Glitch for art direction. Star Wars, I think, looks fantastic and amazing, but I think that the art direction in Glitch should have won hands down, just because of the originality, everything it done. But I mean, of course, SWTOR is great, everything in that aspect. But Glitch was so original and so unique. So I was there at GDC when they lost it. And I was like, oh my god.
You guys continue to support us and inspire us to never quit. That is, until we decided to shut the game down, and I guess we kind of quit. We spent over 3 years working on the game. It kind of sucked to just throw everything out the window now. I thought about all the beautiful locations we'll never get to see again, all the characters that we designed we'll have to say goodbye to, and we have a lot of concepts that we never got to show you guys either. And of course, all the amazing snapshots that you guys took. What's going to happen to those? They'll be flushed down the internet tubes forever now. No, there's got to be a better way. So I said to myself, hey, I should make an art book. So I called a book printing company, told them who I was, that I wanted to buy a book for each and every glitch player. She told me it was going to cost a super amount of money. Now, I just lost my job, so I didn't have a super amount of money. That's when I turned to Indiegogo and you guys for help.
Okay, I'm going to pause there, see what messages we got going on. Oh, somebody's trying to knock on my front door and get in there. Okay. All right, so we got about 18 minutes. That's right. So not bad. Oh, Stargracer's here. Ah! Darn it. I need to send her an IM. She might be watching the stream. Oops, missed. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep watching this one.
Indiegogo is a place where, well, you guys know what Indiegogo is. If not, just think of this as Glitch's last seat. And the reward for reaching the goal? Glitch art books for everybody.
Okay, Indiegogo, in case you don't know. Cool, live streaming. Indiegogo is not like, from what I understand, it is not like Kickstarter. You don't, basically if I was on Kickstarter and I wanted to raise $17,000 and it got to $16,998, I wouldn't reach my goal and I wouldn't get any money at all. Indiegogo, you just set an amount and you get whatever is left, or however much you raise. If you have $500 or $5, you got it. And then you actually, Indiegogo, like Kickstarter, takes a chunk of it. So a lot of people use Indiegogo instead. There was a recent game that we reported on, excuse me, they had something like, it was only $50 under 25,000 or 50,000. I can't remember what it was, but they barely came under their mark and didn't get all of their money. So it was absolutely just really sad of Kickstarter. So Indiegogo was great, but obviously, I mean, out of $17,000 goal, they raised almost 70 or 64,000. So that's great.
The book's going to be filled with all your favorite glitch memories, images of your favorite areas, a behind-the-scenes look at some of our sketches and our design process, and I just want to give you guys something you can hold on to and help you remember Glitch for a very long time. I want to thank you guys for your support, and I promise to try my best to make you guys proud.
So that's the art book. You can get, actually, if you contribute to the, you can still contribute until January 19th, and if you just do $15, you get a PDF of it. 65, 75. Somebody just slapped me. Aye. Oh, here we go. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Getting all sorts of... Yeah, on my home street. In case anybody's watching, I am staying on my home street until it actually shuts down, so if anybody wants to actually hang out at my home street, it's just easier. I'm already here. It's just much easier to stay here. Let's see, your chat or anything. Yeah, that Oderecker was talking about it too. Didn't the game Mr. Kickstarter go like $280 or something? Exactly, they missed it. And we were talking about it, like, shouldn't they, on my little vidcast I do with some friends, stuff like that, we were like, oh, look, they're miniature. Awesome. They're like, hey, what should have been done in that situation? We thought, oh, man, I would have logged in and paid it myself, or I would have, done all sorts of stuff. But it's really hard to say what you would have done. That's a crazy thing to talk about. Who knows? So that's the art book. I forgot to contribute, but I'm actually going to contribute at least 15, if not the next one up, just to get I don't know when you start to get a hardcover. Yeah, 65 get a hardcover version, which is really, really, really cool. So, awesome to see that they got so much money already raised. They received all their cash plus them. So that's the hardcover book. Then you have, let's see what the soundtracks thing was, because well, I've been asking me to start an Indiegogo campaign. Okay, so they have one too for the music. All right, good. Because the music, I think, also does. Oh, here comes. Is that Humbaba? Who is that? Let's see who this is. I forget. Zill says, Zilly, it's another glitch in the hour approaches. I have felt I have felt a great disturbance in your as if millions of voices suddenly crowd in terror and were Sunday silence. Wait, no more like giant party, am I right? So hanging out. There's got to be probably glitches all hanging out in certain areas. Um, Somebody in chat room says, shame there aren't any glitch private servers. There's probably a niche for that now, despite the illegality. They actually, and I mean somebody from Tiny Speck, it was something about open source or whatever. If you look at their Twitter, or if you look at the official post, I think they said something about it. Oh, awesome. We've got a few minutes. Let me go and listen to this real quick as well. So anybody watching this stream, let's go ahead and check this out.
For a really long time, 11 giants walked around in a beautiful game called Glitch. But now it's shutting down. And though it'll live in all of our hearts, there's something else that we could do. Help me gather all of the music and put it together for you. There'll be the soundscapes of Earth. That'll be a double CD. With 1-page booklet, with furniture.
So we don't have to listen to this whole song. Great idea there. But basically, really good, cheap contributions here. Let's see here. Wow, at $67, $41, you get a. Okay, you can get a digital download of the ringtones, effects, blah blah. You get digital download of the double album, the soundscapes of your digital download of variations, PDFs of the art files and linear notes. Then you have, you can get an actual copy of the 2-disc album, which is just ridiculously cool. So anybody wants to buy me something for Christmas, you know what to get me. So that's actually really cool. Oh my gosh, at $227 you get everything plus the real life crab music block, made from stained white oak. Look at that. Inset with a hand-cranked music box, you play the main glitch theme and customize with your avatar's sprites printed on the strip that plays the tune. My God, I must have that. Look at that. How would that be the coolest thing ever to have? If you pay $593, you can come hang out with them in the studio, and for $1,800 you get record the tune with me. That's really cool. Let's see how much money they have. So of $8,000, they have $21,000 raised. So again, a really good. If you're gonna ever want to contribute to something like that, this is the age. This is the age of crowdfunding. It really is. Now I think that. Oh, where am I at? People are asking in the chat room. I'm in my home street. So if you look on my profile, you should just be able to go to my home street, I believe. Home street. So if you click on my profile. Of course, my name is just Beau. What does it say my home street? This is view my home street, but I think for other people that would say visit home street. But let me know. Oh, what's this giant saying? Got 10 minutes, by the way. Uh-oh. Humbaba. That's Humbaba. There you go. Oh, how you've treated my creatures with such grace and comfort. Alas, they are ready to move on. To proceed to a place where the meadows of grain are plentiful and the rivers of butterfly milk are vast. Proceed, find your milk river and drink from its glory and wonder. So that was pretty creepy. It's a creepy, kind of a creepy game in a lot of ways. I always talked about. I also always talked about the fact that Glitch had a very kind of a melancholy behind it. Like if you look at this home street I picked it because the sound is kind of down. You know, it's good for a closing stream. But the really a lot of the game is filled with really melancholy kind of moments. You know, where you had quests where you had to visit dreams, and there was talk about a lot of nostalgia talk and blah blah blah. So there's a really nice flow to all that stuff. But so speaking of that, there's the soundtrack. If you want to contribute to that, they raised a ton of money as well. I think at very least, you should contribute to one of the first few levels and get a digital download. But this one is just ridiculous. If you got the a real life crab music block, I mean that's just ridiculously cool. I mean that's so incredible cool. So that alone, I mean those are two really nice Christmas presents if you're into Christmas and giving presents, and who's not into presents. New cooking recipes. So are they making recipes as well? I want to look at these last couple threads because they're pretty informative. Player and G&Gs. Oh, yeah. How long is this song? I've got that last music box. It's really, really just a terribly sad little song. Where is it at here? There it is right there. I'll play it 5 minutes till. We'll see here. Oh, Act 1, it's, what's your character name in the chat room? And I'll just, or Act 1 there in chat room. Is it Act 1? Because I'll just send you a message and I can teleport you probably. No, 30 seconds. Let's see. Play for... We'll play this right now.
Lay your picks and scrapers down, catch the fading evening light. Butterflies rest in the fruit trees as we sing to good night. Fireflies gather round, I'll shimmer and shine back to you. Peeling sparks from all the glitching cosmety and friendly to beholden in our dream. Good night, good night.
Oh, wow, they're not, possibly not thinking the site's not letting anybody else coming in. Maybe they're just overwhelmed. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Maybe it's got about 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens here. You know, it's hard enough to find unique games nowadays, so that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, speaking of the closure, what, last week, or was it last week? When I streamed, yeah, the forums are barely moving now. The City of Heroes closing, you know, you're reminded how unique the game is, and you're kind of like, oh, that sucks, because there's a lot of really, really great unique games come out there, but you generally have to really, you know, you really have to search for them. So when you have a game like this come along, and not only a browser game, which is just not everybody's typical, hey, let's go play a browser. I mean, I've always argued that, of course, browser games are massively successful, and they are, but still, you know, a lot of mainstream kind of players don't really know about browser games, and then this game actually came out and kind of turned the mainstream audience on it. Let's see, there's a quote from the forums or whatever. Oh dear, we seem to be having trouble talking to the game servers. Perhaps the bad juju's have run amok. There's a good chance that the problem your experience is intermittent. Yeah, so it's just not coming in. Odorico says they're staying in Alpine Vista where they mined for hours as a noob way back in the first beta. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of going somewhere, like that, but I thought I'm just going to stay in my home street. It's my home street, kind of like what's her name, Jennifer Lopez, when she walks down the street in that commercial. Game closures are always bad. Yeah, I agree. Even if there's no game I've come across that I was just like, that game deserves to close, and I hate when people say that because they were hurt by the game somehow or upset at the game. I've always really, really despised people saying that. Random acts of kindness. Bestow. So yeah, people should never say that. It could be my least favorite game in the world. Last thing I'd ever do. Gosh, look at all of them. Would be to wish it to close because that's people's jobs on the line. You're dreading the inevitable Guild Wars 1 closure. Hopefully not for a long time. Oh, the kindness thing messed up. There we go. I broke the mess up. I've got about 4 minutes. At the last minute or so, I'll play the G&G again just because it's so wonderful. You're dreading the inevitable Guild Wars 1 closure, hoping not. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'm not a Guild Wars player. Of course, I have my account goes all the way back to beta for Guild Wars 1, and I have some really cool goodies on that account. And when Ruby left Massively, actually, I gave her a bunch of those little miniature figures or whatever. I had them all since beta or whatever on a couple characters, so I gave her a few. Oh, here we go. 3 minutes. What's this? Alf says, my name is Alf, King of Kings, Giant of Creation. Look at my work, see mighty in despair. So that means, I don't know if they're going to, because that's been, 4 or 5 giants? So we got 6 or 7 left, whatever it is. 11 total. So I don't know if they'll actually count it down. If they actually start counting it down, I'll play that last little clip here, because that is wonderful and it sounds just great. But it was great playing with all the players in Glitch. Of course, everybody knows where to find me. Just real quick while we're waiting here, you can find me at beau@massively.com. That's my email address. You can also tweet me at beau_hindman, which is my favorite place of all. Twitter is the best thing, possible. It's like a chat room that never ends. So you can always contact me if you'd like. That's the easiest thing to do, especially if you hear of any new games that you want live streamed or whatever. Let's see if we can close it down a little bit here, and I can just kind of shove it up to the top. Be a little bit easier there. How long we got here? 2 minutes. Metal rods. For the longest time, I didn't know until somebody told me you feed those to, you feed a metal rod to a, whatchamacallit, I just never really looked at it or looked it up or anything, to a sloth, and you get that not screws, but, what were they called? I can't remember. Purple? I don't have any purple, I don't think. Yeah, I'm not purple and it may kick me out. Yeah, true that. I would not risk refreshing or doing anything. So I'm wondering what's going to happen. Like City Heroes actually just kicked me out. Ooh. Oh, sparkle powder. Freaked me out there for a minute. Yeah, don't let me stop you if you want to go explore somewhere on the last moment. I would do it. Definitely do it. Get to your last place, take lots of screenshots. I've got a ton of screenshots. I've still got to upload a ton of screenshots. Purple's a heck of a drug. I love that. Diving in the muds was the closest I ever could get to the freedom of Glitch. Oh, look, giants. I agree. I completely agree with that. Yeah, I'm big. I'm big into 1 minute. I'll play it again because I don't know if it'll go early. I'm just going to keep playing it.
Lay your picks and scrapers down, catch the fading even light. Butterflies rest in the fruit trees as we sing to earthly night. Fireflies glimmering together round ocean, let's shine back to you. Peeling sparks from all the glitching, cosmicity and trinity.
Oh, look. No, can I play it again? 60 seconds.
Lay your picks and scrapers down, catch the fading even light.
It was fun dying.
Butterflies rest in the fruit trees as we sing to earthly night. Fireflies glimmering together round ocean, let's shine back to you. Peeling sparks from all the
Or do I get one more play in?
cosmicity and trinity. To behold in my dream, good night, good night.
Well, that's it. Poof. The game restarted, server restarted, so that's what happens when Glitch dies. We got to see what happens when City Heroes dies and now Glitch. And of course you can still hear my music playing in the background. You can even see my Glitch staying animated in the background because it's cached in there in my browser. So there we go. We're in the dev streaming. I was going to try to have some on the stream, but then, everybody got busy and stuff like that. I know that the last week communications have been a little rough with everybody, so... But anyway, as you can see there, if you want to contact me, you can find me on Twitter at beau_hindman. That's my Twitter account. If you want to email me anything, questions about Glitch, memories, whatever, go at massively.com. And of course, follow the stream team, which is like our TV guide. And just bookmark that, because that will show you what's streaming, when, and how. But yeah, so another one bites the dust. That sucks, but fantastic game. I pushed for it since the very beginning. I covered it a lot, as much as I possibly could, so we all did our part. Sometimes it's not good enough, things happen. So thank you for joining me, though. And if you want to watch this, it'll be in the more videos section of the twitch.tv/massivelytv area for all time. So if you want to watch it, just give it a few minutes, let it process, and it'll be there. If you want to share it with your friends, please do. Have a good one, everybody. See you in the next world.